Welcome, one and all to Good Morning Grenada, the link up for today. Well, you realize that due to circumstances, we did not have the program yesterday as we normally do because of that intended link up with Kayak Mass. Did not go along as planned, but we did have a little some aspect of our regular programming yesterday morning. But nonetheless, we're back with you this morning. And we're happy. Good morning to you, Yvonne Courtney, also. Yvonne says good morning to Grenada. Right, it's 27 minutes on to the hour of 7 o'clock. Yeah, gotta get the time right, man. Can't go about giving people wrong time this morning. Okay, I do hope that you had a good night, a restful night, and that you're ready for the challenges of this day. It comes with its own bundle of challenges, and they were not intended to break you, but to make you stronger, right? Good, nice. So let's get into the meat of the matter. The word for the day and the thought of the day and so forth. Let's get into that. All right, good morning to my TV producer. Dorian, you okay in the corner there? It's a great guy. Good morning, bro. All right, so the word of the day today, that word is the word cleave. And it is spelled C-L-E-A-V-E. It is a verb. And it means to divide by or as if by a cutting blow. And also to separate into distinct parts and especially into groups having divergent views. And we can use the word that way. Having lived in the back country for years, she always makes sure to season her firewood so it will cleave easily under her axe. Again, having lived in the back country for years, she always makes sure to season her firewood so it will cleave easily under her axe. What I suggest is that you look at the word, you spell the word, you learn to pronounce it, you look at the sentence that we use it in, and you can try to interchange it, creating your own sentence. Look at the meaning of the sentence that we have and formulate your own sentence. That way, it makes it easier for you to remember and to use appropriately. All right, so the word for the day is the word cleave. Now let's take a look at the thought for the day. And it says, when one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. And that's a quote by Helen Keller. Okay? So remember that when one door of happiness closes, as they often do, because in life the most constant thing is change. Okay? So usually change comes and not everybody appreciates change, yeah? No. Change is the most constant thing in life. So it says when one door of happiness closes, another opens. But often we look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. That is very true. Yeah. We keep looking at the half glass of the water that we drink already. And we worrying, Lord, I drink out half glass, what will happen? But you have another half glass. You know what I'm saying? You should be happy for that half glass. All right? She or he breaks up with you, and you stress out. You have what we call tabanka. But you're realizing is a happier life that you get. Come on, man. We worry too much in essence, okay? So, folks, it's 23 minutes on to 7 o'clock, and let's see what's buzzing this morning. We have some stories from yesterday that we will visit today because we did not get to do that yesterday. Once again, I want to say good morning to you, Rhea Murray and Nixon Modeste, for dropping by yesterday and updating us as to the matches that are being played between Grenada and Barbados. And we also have St. Lucia, I think, coming prior to Team USA. and another team from Trinidad, all in the preparatory mode for Grenada's football engagement with the U.S. team. All right? So we look forward to all the matches. Go on out and support them, folks. All right, so one of the stories buzzing: land preservation, economic and social development, and crime reduction, among others. Well, that was last night, so this one is irrelevant. Okay, that was beyond the headlines last night. Congrats to Gavin Moses, also known as Mozo, the 2023 Soca Monarch champion of Carriacou and Pidi Martinique. Second place went to Kila B, my good friend. 17-year-old Brianna Primus was crowned Carnival Queen last Thursday night. Majestic Thursday inside of Carriacou. Yeah, congratulations, Brianna. Okay. Good morning to Brian Banfield and the family. All right. Yeah. How's your daughter doing? Is Brianna, that's her name? Yeah. Good morning to you all. Prakash, how are you doing, man? All right. Citing potential challenges. Are we citing a bigger challenge than originally anticipated? Should we as a people be concerned about the finished product of this project? I do not have much details on that, but we will look at that story. All things breadfruit. Now, finding alternative ways to use breadfruit. The first ever breadfruit festival was held on Friday. This is a story. Let me highlight it. This is a story that I want us to look at. I like that. I'm seeing the U.S., give us back the permission to export our mangoes to them, and we're finding ways to use our fruits and vegetables locally. That's nice. I'm seeing a lot of locally produced seasoning, what we call ground seasoning. I'm seeing a lot on the shelves of the various supermarkets, and I'm impressed with the labeling and so forth. So that's a good sign. Breadfruit Festival, right? TV producer, make sure we have that clip. We're looking at that. I want to hear what people think about that. Okay, right. The opposition New National Party is against government's decision to close down the cash-strapped Marketing and National Importing Board. Yeah, there's a lot of talks about that. We've touched that already. I don't know if anybody would want to talk on it still. And we also see that the ban has been lifted and Grenada has been reaccepted to export fresh mangoes to the United States. Yeah, how big is that for Grenada farmers? That's good. So these are the stories that are buzzing at the moment. If anything, anything significant has happened or is happening in your vicinity and you would like to bring it to the light, you can throw it into the mix. I'd like us to concentrate primarily on the topics that we decide to touch base on this morning, but of course, as a media outlet, we like to have it, the breaking story. So if something is breaking in your vicinity and you want to throw it in the mix, feel free to do that when we're having that conversation after 7, after the news. Catherine Phillips says, good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Innocent. Good morning to you, Catherine. Veronica Sandy, good morning, GBN Grenada, Carriacou, and Pidi Martinique. Good morning, Gordon, Innocent, Joseph. Good morning to you, Veronica. Fitzroy Adam says, good morning, watching from Brooklyn, New York. Enjoy the cold, puppy. Yeah. Where are you, Manhattan? All right. Oh, you're on Flatbush. Okay. Sweet Amber Mitchell says, good morning, Grenada. And Nash Laye says, good morning, watching from Accra in Ghana. Wow. Good morning to you. What time is it over there? Hope you're doing fine. And if you're cold, we can send you some sunshine. If you're hot, we can send you some air condition. Have a good one. So, folks, we've got to take that break here. We've got the AM edition of News, Sports, and the weather forthcoming. That will be followed by the conversation. For those of you on the television platform, we've got a rebroadcast of last evening's television news. Don't you go anywhere. Stick and stay with us. We're with you anywhere and everywhere.
But when you need someone to help you to your feet, I'll be that beacon to your highest peak. Oh, I'll be right next to you, no, I will never leave. Come on, take my hands, we got everything we need. Cause you can look to me, yes, I can. Whenever you're in need, yes, you can. Just call on me and I'll be on my way. I'll be by your side, never to divide. The light that shines our way. Wherever you road leads, we'll be right there with you. Wherever you road leads, we'll make your dreams come true. Next side, next side, next side, right next to you.
Nexa Credit Union, with you wherever your road leads.
Good evening. This is GBN's News at 7. An early morning accident left 4 people injured. 3 remain hospitalized. 1 has been released. Christina John has this report.
The Royal Grenada Police Force Traffic Department is investigating what led to this morning's head-on collision in the parish of St. John that left 4 people nursing injuries. 3 remain hospitalized, while 1 was treated and released. Images reaching GBN show what appears to be a severely mangled white car and a passenger bus with severe damage to its front. Police Constable Troy Paul, attached to the Traffic Department, gave an overview of the accident.
The department can confirm that there were a motor vehicular accident which occurred along the Mabuya Public Road, that is in St. John's. That accident occurred about 5:55 this morning. Yes, the accident involved a passenger bus and a car. Both vehicles were traveling in opposite direction when they had a head-on collision. As of the collision, 4 persons were injured as a resulting that accident. 3 persons from the car, including the driver and also the driver of the passenger bus. They were all taken to the General Hospital via ambulance to seek medical attention. So far, we know that 1 person who were injured were treated and sent home. We do not have the medical update for the other 3 who are still seeking medical attention.
Police say speeding accounts for most of the accidents happening on the nation's roads. So far, from the start of 2023 to date, over 300 accidents have been reported.
To now, the Traffic Department has recorded in excess of over 300 plus accidents which occurred along a nation's road, which includes 2 road fatalities. And by the trajectory of things, it's 300 plus accidents is too many up to date for our nation. So most of the times, most of the contributing factors to those accidents we see happening along our nation's road, we see speeding, one of the contributing factors. Persons drive over the speed limit or drive with a speed that they cannot control, thus resulting in motor vehicle accidents. Also, distractive driving. When persons are distracted by using cell phones, but a lot of people might think cell phone is the only distractions. There's a lot of other distractions where you're gazing along the road, and even fatigue driving, especially from persons who coming out from events over the night and wee morning going home and you fall asleep on the wheel.
The Traffic Department is urging drivers and other road users to be attentive at all times. He also had some recommendations.
We want persons to kill the speeding. We want persons to drive cautiously, drive with due care and attention along the nation's road. We must drive to arrive alive. In doing so, no overtaking, improper overtaking around corners and in areas where there's intersection. When driving at night, please be cautious. Also in weather conditions. And also to the drivers, please maintain and service your vehicle properly so we wouldn't have mishap on the road, such as brake failures and other mechanical aspects which cause a vehicle to crash or give up on you while you're along the road, resulting in motor vehicle accidents. And also, if we're tired, take a little rest. and recuperate, and then we continue along our driving. And what we see lately is the persons driving under the influence of alcohol. This is starting to show its ugly head, and we want to nip it where it starts. So we want persons that if you drink alcohol, do not drive, and if you intend to drink, please have a designated driver.
Christina John, GBN News.
Police have also confirmed a shooting incident that occurred in the vicinity of Sugar Mill Roundabout, also known as Saigon, Grenada, St. George, that left a St. Patrick resident hospitalized. The incident occurred on Saturday. One man is presently in custody, assisting police with investigations. All three defending monarchs retained their titles this year at the Power Groovy and Calypso competitions for Kayak Mass 2023. Beverly Tellisford has the details.
It's Carnival Monday over on the Sister Isle as Kayak Mass 2023 is in full swing. The streets of Hillsborough were filled with revelers since dawn as Juve morning celebrations got underway this morning. Several people from the mainland traveled up to Carriacou to partake in the festivities. On Monday, defending Soca Muna Gavin Moses, singing name Mozo, retained his title with the song God's Eye. In second place was Brendan Killaby McKee with his rendition Undisputed Warrior. On Sunday night, defending Monarch Zarina Lady B. Bido recaptured the Calypso title with her song Film That.
Every track and she have a cell phone, and this video they fling it straight, and people just not realizing this is not great. Man, I'm telling you, Papa.
While Killer B came in second with Warmongers, and Anderson Matson left his place third with his song Hope. In the groovy competition, defending King Matthew Thomas, stage name Mr. Golden, won again with the song In My Head. Placing second was Clint Superflying Flint John with Come to Party, while Lady B secured third place with her song I Like. Celebrations continue into tonight with Monday Night Mass and into Tuesday for the much anticipated Shakespeare Mass and Parade of the Bands. Reporting for GBN News, Beverly Tellisford.
Meanwhile, the difference is being felt across Grenada as the roads are noticeably clearer with the exodus of patrons to the Sister Isle for Kayak Mass. And while there is a decrease in the lines at the pumps, the same can't be said for the cost of fuel, as fuel prices are on the increase again. Effective Saturday, February the 18th, 2023, the cost of gasoline moved from $15 per gallon to $15.31. Diesel moved from $15.84 to $16.27. The price of kerosene, which was $13.38 per gallon, is now $15.55 per gallon. Last month, the government reintroduced petrol tax at a lower rate of $3.50 instead of the $5.50 rate previously charged. That was part of the government's commitment in the 2023 budget to mitigate the high cost of living on the population. And as a result of this policy, government will forego an estimated $18.8 million in revenue this year. The petrol tax was temporarily removed in September 2022 as an immediate cost of living relief measure. And as a direct result, over the last 4 months, Grenada enjoyed the lowest retail price of fuel across the Organization of Eastern Caribbean States, or the OECS. The reinstatement of the petrol tax at a lower rate comes at the end of this temporary measure, and prices at the pump are still expected to remain below the average for the OECS. The new National Party administration had introduced a $15 cap on fuel as announced in the 2022 budget presentation. The The present government said it continues to actively monitor fuel costs and wishes to reiterate its commitment that should the price per barrel of oil result in the price per gallon of petrol exceeding $17, it will consider additional policy measures, including reinstating a cap on fuel prices to mitigate the impact on the population. CARICOM heads of government are looking forward to the implementation phase as they wrapped up a 3-day meeting in the Bahamas. More in this Chrislina John report.
Prime Minister of Grenada, Honorable Dickon Mitchell, was among CARICOM leaders taking the decision to make Haiti a point of focus. During the closing ceremony on Friday, Bahamian Prime Minister Philip Davis noted CARICOM's responsibility to address the present situation.
Heads of government deliberated on an effective agenda to advance sustainable peace and prosperity in our sister island, Haiti. A statement on the matter was issued today, Friday 19th, which reiterated that CARICOM must play a leadership role to address the deteriorating situation in Haiti, a member state of the community, in light of our moral and political obligations.
PM Davis delved a bit into specific areas they intend to look into first.
And the first step would be to see how we can strengthen the HNP, the Haitian National Police, to enable them to restore order and to curb the criminal activities that are being conducted on the island. Then we also hope to have a meeting in the shortest possible time with stakeholders in Haiti, with representatives of CARICOM, and perhaps an international partner to talk about how we can strengthen the Haitian National Police. Because
crime within member states was another topical issue, citing this as another public health concern discussed by regional heads and plans to address it.
The heads of government expressed deep concern at the current levels of violence being experienced in member states. We recognize that to adequately address crime and violence, a holistic approach must be undertaken which addresses economic growth and prosperity, legislative, judicial, police, and education reform. In this regard, the meeting agreed to a symposium to be hosted by Trinidad and Tobago in April 2023 to consider crime, particularly violent crime, as a public health concern.
Chrislina John, GBN News.
Chairman of the Diaspora and Stakeholders Engagement Committee of the Grenada National Reparations Commission believes that the move by the Trevelyan family should be a welcoming one. Nisha Paul reports.
My concern is the whole reparation mockery that is getting ready to unfold. The reparation is as a consequence of the so-called generational wealth that they living on even today. Blood, sweat, and tears of our ancestors.
That was local businessman and civil rights activist Ras Dakare. Dr. Kellon Bob has responded to statements made by Ras Dakare during a recent interview with GBN's newsroom.
What I would want to say to Comrade Dakari is this. The Anglican Church also apologized earlier this year for their role in colonialism and slavery. Pope John Paul in 1987 apologized for the role of the Roman Catholic Church. Recently, the Netherlands also apologized in the context of the Caribbean and what they've done to our ancestors in the Caribbean. Should they not have apologized for that? The difference between the apology that Ms. Laura Trevelyan will be delivering to the Grenadian people later in February with what the other British institutions have done in respect of the apology is that Ms. Trevelyan and her family, they have said that we are not only going to make an apology, we are going to start an incremental process of finding ways that we can compensate you for what our families did to you.
Bob notes the significance of the Trevelyan family's monetary gesture.
Ms. Laura Trevelyan and her family did not have to give an apology. They can say, you know what? Those were what our ancestors did. We have no responsibility for what our ancestors did. As a matter of fact, I hold no water for Ms. Trevelyan, but Ms. Trevelyan's idea to have an apology, this is the very first time that an actual family who benefited directly from colonialism and slavery are coming forward to say that their family contributed to this and therefore they are sorry. That is a first step.
He stated that reparations is part of a 10-point action plan. In 2013, CARICOM set up a regional reparations commission to ensure that the body would be able to properly and systematically advocate for reparations on behalf of peoples of African and indigenous descent in the Caribbean. Dr. Bob encourages Ras Dakare, who is planning to picket the ceremony, to channel his energy towards working together to advance the work of the committee.
We have people who are genuinely interested in history on the committee and who are interested in ideas around reparative justice. As a subcommittee, we try to educate people on what reparations is and why reparations should be an important and significant engagement for people in the Caribbean region.
The ceremony to launch the £100,000 reparations fund will be held on Monday, February 27. For GBN News, I'm Nisha Paul.
Many families have been forced to turn to the general public for financial assistance to finance their medical needs. And this is one such case that will surely tug at your heartstrings. Rena Pierre Thomas spoke with a byland saying he was in need of $10,000.
47-year-old Jennifer Antwine is in dire need of your help as she literally experienced bloody teardrops and frequent nosebleeds. The mother, who resides at Byland St. Andrew, said she started to bleed from her eye in 2021 while she was not diagnosed at the time. Antwine says that she underwent a series of tests by doctors over the years. She said late last year her condition worsened as she experienced constant pain in her eye and nose area and temporarily lost her sight.
But on Christmas Day, I had a lot of pain. Christmas Day, Boxing Day, I was having so much pain that was overbearing to me. So my boyfriend told me, after the holiday, make sure you go see the doctor first thing in the morning. So I went by the doctor in the morning, and when I went there, she examined that. That is when I get to know that I have corneal problem. So I questioned, I said, corneal problem? Then she told me that is the reason why I cannot see. That is because the corneal is already depleting. I'm like, in the night especially, so then I feel like stone, or I feel like pieces of glass rolling in it. And then a couple of minutes after or so, I might feel like it is tears. And then after I wipe, I will see his blood. Presently, I have the eye condition which affects the nose. I have a problem with the nasal part. It bleeds, my nose bleeds ever so often. And I cannot catch the cold like everybody. I can't blow my nose like everybody. I've been experiencing that for a while, not knowing it's because of the eyes. I've been having this issue.
Antwine is now diagnosed with several illnesses in her eyes, including dry eye syndrome, and needs to travel to Trinidad and Tobago for treatment and surgery. The cost is $10,000, and the process is expected to start in the first week of March. The mother says that if her illness is not addressed, she can lose her sight completely, among further complications. She is asking you, the public, to help by donating what you can.
Doctors made an appointment for me both Barbados and Trinidad, but because I have nobody in Barbados, I prefer to go Trinidad because I have family members and friends in Trinidad. So, and doctor appointed me to come down as soon as possible. So I'll be leaving the first week in March. So anyone willing to contribute, you can do so at Cooperative Bank. The account number is 3000-16176.
The sidewalk vendor by profession says that her family and friends are also organizing fundraisers to help with the treatment, but because of the urgency, some of the events will be held after she leaves the island.
My children, they are trying to raise funds, like do a motorcade. We made some donation lists. Mr. Bain is organizing a fundraiser. I think it's on the 11th of March. So far, that is all I know for now. While I'm not here, all fundraisers will still be taking place. I have to be done. I have to leave before everything is in place. I have a lot of things to do with the doctor before I can do the surgery, so I have to leave. But all fundraisers will still be in place. My children will be responsible for everything while I'm not here. They will be sending the funds over to me, so I can finish pay for the medical.
Jennifer says that the situation has drained her emotionally and physically, as there is only one breadwinner in her family now, as she can no longer go out to work due to her illness. Persons who want to contact the mother can do so at 422-9434. For GBN News, I am Rena Pet Thomas reporting.
And just to repeat for those who'd like to donate, that's Grenada Co-op account number 300166176. A true demonstration of respecting and protecting the environment. The people of Carriacou ought to be proud. It's time to take a peek through the GBN ISOL lens.
A good eye catches all. GBN ISOL is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
As Carnival celebrations continue on the Sister Isle, images and videos will be highlighted in our ISO segment. Tonight's footage highlights the prompt cleaning of the streets of Hillsborough following Monday morning's Juve celebrations.
Year after year, this is something I enjoy seeing. The music can stop on, yes, and the guys are out. They're cleaning up.
The man responsible for the cleaning of the streets.
Yep.
Mr. Carl Benjamin team. And you have extra force on now, yeah? And solid waste is there to take up as you go along. That is what we call coordination, and that is what makes Carriacou unique. Cleaning the streets one time, Monday night mass. I mean, passing starting soon, carry on the band starting soon.
The video was posted to Explore Carriacou and PT Martinique page on Facebook with the caption, and I quote, "Something I enjoy seeing year after year. Congrats to Carl Benjamin and the team." Featured in the video is a solid waste truck passing through the street as workers collect the garbage off the street. Our ISO line is open to your submissions. They can be sent via WhatsApp at 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
Grenada, after 10 years.
Hey Grenada, this is Pastor Donnie McClurkin, and get this, I am coming to the land of spice.
The multi-award winning Pastor Donnie McClurkin is back live at the Grenada National Stadium for one night of praise and worship, where your hearts will be lifted heavenward, joined by some of Grenada's finest gospel talent, Lexton Mitchell, Edson Mitchell, Ajabu, Spice Worship Ministry, McCurl Fletcher Newton and Company, Touch of Grace, and the PBC Choir. Tickets are on sale now, $50, and can be found at all major ticket outlets and at your local churches. Don't miss this unique experience with classic songs like Stand, We Fall Down, Caribbean Medley, Great Is Your Mercy, and many more. Friday, 7th April 2023 at 7 p.m.
Got my mind made up, and I won't turn back, because I want to see my Jesus.
Grill Master. Now available. Grill Master Takeaway. Healthy choices of dinner is available every day from 5 p.m. A solution to end your day with healthy, hot meals. Are you tired of fried, greasy foods, junk food, high-calorie food before bed, leading to a bad night and sleep? Grill Master brings the solution for you by offering customized, hot, fresh, healthy grilled food sustainable for after workouts, your keto diet, and those who love greens. Let your last meal be your next day fresh start. Grill Master is second to none. Advance your order for pickup or delivery at 439-3737 or our WhatsApp number at 1-473-423-3737. Grill Master, second to none.
I want you folks to play these 3 games from the NLA. Daily pick 3 cash flow and play with. You will be supporting sports and culture, nation building and our future. So go out and play, folks, make it a must. You will see what the National Lottery is doing for us. When you play pick 3 cash flow and play with, the NLA will support you all the way.
Starting September 30th, Monday to Friday, these 3 games will be drawn mid-morning, 9:45 a.m., midday, 12:45 p.m., and evenings, 7:45 p.m. The National Lotteries, supporting sports, culture, and nation building.
Sunday money day.
You ate well, drank and indulged, laughed and had so much fun for the festive season. But now it's time. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. Start the year right with your health as a priority. Cleanse and flush your blood, liver, and kidneys with quality herbs and supplements. Purchase one of our detox combo packs starting from $100. Purchase a full body detox pack starting from $500. Get 10% off on colonic irrigation. Get a chance to win a free colonic irrigation treatment and product coupons with every purchase. We are located in Grandin, minutes before the Food Fair Shopping Center, immediately opposite the old Capital Bank building in the Regency Commercial Suites. Give us a call at 231-6642 or 418-7115 or visit nirvana.gd for more info. It's time for some serious detox business at Nirvana Detox Center and Natural Health Store. We know real body care. This offer is valid until March 31st, 2023. Terms and conditions apply.
And so it begins. A journey like none other. Every moment has the potential to be unforgettable. Bring home a piece of the tropical green forest with every emerald. Capture the sparkling light of flawless water in a diamond. Make the sunrise and sunsets last forever. With precious colored gemstones, the essence of happiness is in our most precious memories. So when it all comes to an end, bring home something that will last forever. Colombian Emeralds International. Bring home more than a memory.
Last week on Our Climate Reality.
Climate change is in fact a real phenomenon, and it is already occurring, and we are already beginning to feel the impacts in our region. And those impacts are not just restricted to the physical impacts, more rain, hotter, but it then impacts our quality of life and how we are able to, to really live on a day-to-day basis. And that's the significance of climate change.
We have to understand what our current climate pattern is, and then try to understand how that pattern might change in the future. And of course, the changing climate pattern will force us to shift our lifestyles, or could force us to shift our lifestyles. But let's also remember not just to keep it in a human-centric viewpoint. There's a whole biosphere out there that's going to be impacted. Coral reefs, marine ecosystems, agriculture, chickens, poultry farmers, and most of it is going to have an economic impact.
Join us this Wednesday at 8 p.m. as our panel discuss the opportunities and co-benefits for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. All Climate Reality, GBN Television Channel 7 and 11, K105 FM, and all our social media platforms.
Do what you wanna do, go where you wanna go.
state-of-the-art Ultratech gasoline and diesel. Available only at Rubis State.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really? One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Who does man of the party? Tell them it's 4-7 trade. Shout it, let them know where we represent 4-7 trade. Who's the body's passing? 4-7 trade. Them no crazy like
All right, welcome back, viewers and listeners. It's 14 minutes after the hour of 7 o'clock. And of course, it's that time for the conversation. I know we missed out on it yesterday, right? Nice. Good. But nonetheless, folks, we are back and quickly. All right. Zephyrin McLeod is reminding us all the way from New York. Well, Zephyrin, where you based, man? I think it's New York. You usually, is it Long Island or something? Any case, he's reminding us, folks, to be a part of Donnie McClurkin's concert live here on the 7th of April. It will be a show of epic proportion. Get your tickets early. All right, I've just told you the various ticket outlets. Okay, good morning to you, Zepho. Brittany says hi too. Okay. Right. Mary E. Banks. Good morning, Mary. And Mary Thomas. Pleasant. Good morning, Mr. Innocent at the GBN family. Blessed day. Well, Anne Marie, good morning to you also. All right. Mary Charles. Good morning. Beautiful Grenada. Mary, good morning. Joseph Ross says, good morning, my beautiful brothers and sisters. Good morning to you. Alistair Warwood Sr. says, blessings, my hot and spicy Tri-Islanders, home and abroad. GBN and host Mr. Innocent. Let's live lovingly, folks. That's all I try to do. I try to live in love. Well, I always live in love. Sometimes, things happen, but I always have good intentions. 16 minutes after 7, the conversation. What are we talking about this morning? When I hinted to you previously. Okay, the word for the day is the word cleave. All right, it means to divide by or as if by a cutting blow. Also means to separate into distinct parts and especially into groups having divergent views. That was your word for the day. Your thought for the day. When one door of happiness closes, another opens. But we being the kind of people that we are, we lament so much. We often, because of that, we often look so long at the closed door that we do not see the one which has been opened for us. Look towards the new door. All right. Okay, so the stories that I want us to be looking at Those of you who are, you have relatives on the Sister Isle, you're usually in touch with people up there. You can congratulate the winners if you want to, chip in a little bit with Kayak Mass 2023. What are your thoughts? You're free to do so. It's not going to be a focal point though. Congratulations to Brianna for 6 Roads, representing 6 Roads. Yeah, big people. All right. Are we citing a bigger challenge than originally anticipated? I still do not know. I do not get the gist of that story. The story that I really am interested in this morning, all things breadfruit. And I would like to see all things banana, or what we call green fig. It's not really fig. Fig is a tree, all right? Bananas, okay? All things breadfruit. I love that initiative. Okay, that story, I think that story has exhausted itself. However, being a democratic and a free press area, where the opposition New National Party is against the government's decision to close down the cash-strapped Marketing and National Importing Board, the resumption of exportation of mangoes to the U.S. Let's kind of zero in on the agricultural sector this morning. We heard my good friend, Senator Roderick St. Clair, talking about, what has to happen in order for us to really take advantage of that ban that has been lifted on us as it relates to the exportation of mangoes to the U.S. All right, very important. I always say we have so much mangoes, so many mangoes spoil. All right, and we send down our mangoes to Trinidad. We send down the green one. They add what they add to it, and they send it back up to us as red mango, and we're buying that. Let's utilize our mangoes. We get a market again, let's send it out. All right, they're seasonal, so we don't always have, so let's take advantage of that. So the 2 stories that I really want us to delve in, however, like I said, feel free. Something is happening in your area that you want to chip in. You have a quick message to send to Nawasa or Grenlake. You know how them fellas and them are. You can use the opportunity to do that, but keep the comments brief and as much sense as possible. You understand what I'm saying? Relevant to the topic at hand. So my TV producer is going to run that clip. All things breadfruit. I love this. Okay, let's see if we have this.
Breadfruit today on the Victoria Hard Court in St. Mark as the parish celebrated its first ever Breadfruit Festival. This staple food, which has become the main ingredient in our national dish, the oil down, was prepared in various forms and fashion. GBN engaged some of the vendors here on the Hard Court as they shared with us their various preparations.
Sampling some breadfruit pie, breadfruit salad, and some stew turkey. Went down very good. I had some breadfruit pudding a while ago. It was excellent. And also the punch.
So I decided I'll do a breadfruit cake. And I also did some breadfruit tacos with some breadfruit salsa. I made some breadfruit scones. And I also have some breadfruit cupcakes. Well, it's shaped like the cupcake, but it's actually the shell, and I filled it with the salsa.
Vendors shared their views on today's festival.
Festival like this just expand on the amount of things that you can make with the breadfruit, because most people believe breadfruit is only for oil down, but breadfruit can make a lot of things, right? As you can see from the different stalls.
I think it's a good initiative. As the people of St. Mark's, the parish come together. I think it's something good, very good, and I think we should continue and do a little bit more, a wide variety. I think so.
Very delicious, very flavorable, spicy.
It's very good and interesting. It brings a revenue for the people, for me, because it brings a revenue for me.
The time of it is very good. Like you do it in the morning, and we will not try to do it together with Food Fest, but we're going good. And we will continue twice a month.
Organizer Peter Andrew says he chose to roast his breadfruit, thereby retaining all the nutrients this superfood has to offer. He cites great economic spin-offs for this in St. Mark if marketed well.
Because we want to give our vendors, because you have a lot of people who vend at Food Fest and all those things. So we want to give them an opportunity to come and showcase that delicacy and run with the idea. They even could do it on their own, but we're not going to stop this initiative here. We're going to make it an annual thing or periodical thing, I should say.
Nicole Charles and Clive Raymond, two other members of the organizing committee, both welcomed the initiative and looks forward to its continuation as an added feature to the already existing food fest in the parish.
Sometimes, when breadfruit is in season, we tend not to a lot fall, wastage and so forth. But besides the wastage, we thought as a national dish, we should find ways to utilize it. Different ways, different dishes, whereby each person can prepare and help it to boost the breadfruit as one of our national fruits.
We want to do it like every year, more to independence. It should be an annual event leading up to independence.
All right, breadfruit. Folks, give me a call, 435-2041. Tell me your thoughts. As to where it started, that's, in my opinion, it's not relevant. When I say not relevant, I don't care where it started, but in my opinion, I think it is a wonderful initiative. I would like to see so many more activities of that nature featuring our different local fruits and vegetables. Give me a call, 435-2041. Oh yeah, a lot of things have been happening lately. I realize that folks are still being, folks are still left in a quandary. I had the opportunity yesterday while up at the General Hospital trying to, I got into conversations to get, where people's heads are. And a lot of folks have mixed opinions as it relates to the MNIB saga. Some are for, some are against, some are looking for justification, some are saying there is no justification, and so forth. I am not going to voice my opinion on that matter publicly, but it is an issue of national importance. And like I said, if you still feel it's relevant, which for me personally, that's gone. It's a done deal. MNIB will shut down its doors, and new entity will replace it in a while. And workers have the opportunity to reapply and things like that. And there's no guarantee. All that is in the mix. Good morning, caller.
Hi, good morning, Innocent. How you doing, boy?
I am doing well.
That's nice.
How are you?
Boy, I'm blessed.
Okay, that's
blessed and happy at the same time.
Well, I
want to speak a little on driving. Those drivers, since I had an experience on Saturday morning about minutes to 7 in Telescope. Since I come from Paradise, passing through Forest Park, going up to Telescope. My nephew was driving the van. When we reach up right in Miss Mamoy Gap, I guess as much who are talking about.
Of course.
Right, the van stopped, but the light was on in the van. So we say the driver must go and collect something by Miss Mamoy because right in she gap. But after 2 minutes, we stay the light on. We ain't see nothing. My nephew blow. No movement. So one of my grandson was in the van too. So he come out from the van and he go and check. Come out in the van where he was and go and peep inside the van and pack up. Innocent, a young man inside that van, sung asleep, half naked. Junk. You're talking about shake. To wake up that young man in the van, apparently the sleep must be taking right there. And he pack up right in the road, Innocent. Innocent, I don't know what we could do to help this situation because, Innocent, this is very serious.
Let me ask you a question now. How you know he's drunk, the man drunk?
Well, you wake him up, and how he look in his eyes, he look like he beat up, he don't sleep at all.
But maybe
and
tired.
My grandson know him, well, he really tired. But, Innocent, that is why you see, you there and you hear van run down, drive down in precipice, you dragging on the road, they driving, they bounce you down. Innocent, it's very, very hard. I don't know. We have to do something, all of us, even the party people, first, if you know them and you see they're drinking so much, if the person who make the party and see the situation, if they could assist them in driving them home, because Innocent, you think easy, you want, God bless you, with me, one little husband, and the man walking the road and a drunk driver just come and bounce him and I don't like again,
He little? Your husband little?
Yes, a little man is short.
A big lady like you could have a little husband, huh?
Well, you know the thing.
Like that mismatch?
Them little man look like big lady.
Oh, right, nice.
But if you are your daughter, you want some innocent.
I understand.
God, these people and them have to do better.
I understand, and I must tell you that RGPF has been making a lot of move in trying their best to curtail that as much as possible. But there's so much that the outsiders can do. All right?
Everybody has to put their hand on it. You there, you know the man, and you see him in the party, you see John, give a little assistance.
Okay.
But Innocent, so much of them are drunk, one can help the other too, eh?
Yeah. But it is cause for concern.
Very serious.
It is cause for concern, eh?
Yes, but the man fall asleep in the middle of the road, man.
Yeah, I mean, he really
I
tired.
say, when I see that, my body run cold. I said, this is the reason why. And every time they bump you in the road, so they saying brakes gone.
All right.
That time, all the time he sleep, they sleep in.
Yeah, he sleep that take them. Have a good one, darling.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Yeah, good. 28 minutes after 7 o'clock, that is the time. And like I said, you can talk on, on not necessarily anything, but, quickly, let's see what's happening on our Facebook page here. Yulin Alexander, good morning. Gordon, good morning, everyone. Blessings to all. Have a terrific Tuesday. Stay blessed. Stay safe, everyone, from New York. May. I attended the All Things Breadfruit by accident. We were driving by and saw it. It was good. I enjoyed it. I bought a roasted breadfruit and some food. The food was really, really tasty. They should continue it. Well, my good friend Shala said I ain't stopping. Catherine Phillips said, I saw Barbados did roast breadfruit. Took the guts out and serve with whatever you want in the breadfruit. Oh, wow, okay. Good morning, caller.
Hey, good morning, Innocent.
Hi, welcome to the program, man. How are you?
Pretty good.
Okay, talk to me.
Yes, that breadfruit, whatever it is, festival, I think it's a very commendable thing. I think that's what the Prime Minister is talking about, being creative. There are so many other things that we need to explore. As a matter of fact, recently I brought a certain fruit to a woman who makes juices, And, because I have brought other fruits for her, to assist her, and she said, she don't making those juice. But I'm saying that not because you don't like the juice mean that other people wouldn't enjoy the juice. So you see, that is some of the things we ignore sometimes. I don't know if I heard about the breadfruit pudding, but my wife makes breadfruit puddings, and man, that is tasty. So okay. I like that. I like that.
So could I ask you a question?
Yes, sir.
You promise me you won't get offended or insecure or anything?
For what?
Where does your wife live?
Richmond, sir.
She making breadfruit pudding. I had to pass there.
Well, right. I'll inform you when that is on the menu.
Okay, good, man. Thanks.
Yes, you have a great day now.
You too. God bless. Bye-bye. 29 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. I think what is needed, right? And I don't know if the current administration is going to expedite that drive. But we need what I would like to call some re-education in Grenada. There are some complexities that we need to to remove and readjust our entire psyche. There are so many things that we can do locally. And but for some reason we just like the importation of stuff. You know, I never heard of breadfruit pudding before. Never. But if people are making breadfruit pudding, there are so many other things that we can use and make wonders with. All right, Mimi says it's better that the person park and fall asleep than drive and run into someone and kill them. That's true. Good morning, caller.
Yeah, good morning to you, man. How you doing?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
Well, just give God thanks, you know. Yeah, my thing this morning, no, I don't know how your program started or whatever, but you see, now we cocoa farmers, oh my God, I want God to put a helping hand on we cocoa farmers. Mr. Innocent, from the time I born, I hear in this is $1, this is 25 cents, and this is 50 cents. Now the Cocoa Association now they are taking advantage on us, and who is the one who have them so? Is we farmers what have them so. My God, you will take work at 8 o'clock, but before 8 o'clock, farmers start to work all the way 4 o'clock in the morning, 5 o'clock in the morning. When they leave the office, they got the office clean, all the tables clean, farmers still in the cocoa field working. I sure we have some farmers now, they cannot wake up. The body might be hot and them tired. Just for 160 a day, I could say that what we working for right now is $1.60. Why I'm saying that, Mr. Innocent, is that $1.60 a pound for wet cocoa. This is advantage. I need the government to look up on that. I need Mr. Deacon Mitchell to look up on that because they are building themselves inside it and they're not reminding the farmers. They are forgetting the hard working for it. If the farmers do not go in the field, they do not sit in the office with a pen and whatsoever, the computer, they work out and go and get something to do. Now, cocoa farmers does have workers. Sometimes a cocoa farmers try to do it by himself alone. You check, and according to how much acres of land he have. And cocoa farmers does pay like 50 and 60. And still the transport, whatever, might charge you $40 or $50. And if you sell like a 8 or 7 or 6 bucket of cocoa, that could pay you and pay the workers and pay the vehicles. Farmers, are you going for the 150? And I know a lot of value because all you should depend on the one on the $450. No, the Prime Minister cut it now. Are you let we cry for more money for our produce? Farmers stop crying for the 150 and begging the government please put back. Let we look up on our hard working cocoa farmers in the field.
Culture man.
No, this is my upset because right now I cannot even want to wake up because my body is hurting me. It really hurting me for $1.60 a day.
Culture man. Culture man.
Please take off the cocoa board and the nutmeg board.
Culture man.
Yes.
You're listening? You're listening? Okay.
Yes.
This is an order, okay? I am instructing you, take the day off today, okay?
No, because my cocoa is separated. I don't have to go and cock it up.
All right, have a good one,
Culture man. Because, so now who go mind me? Who go feed me?
Okay, Culture man.
What? Okay, last by the gate. Redans don't bind in them. Not nobody in them. It's we who mining them inside there.
Right.
We who mining them inside there.
All right. Okay. Well, I believe they are hearing your plights and
because some of them they don't make the coffee in their house because they have the servants working in their office to prepare their breakfast for them. You know what I mean?
All right.
So they could just take a shower on morning time and go until on the turning or spinning chair, how do they call it, with a jacket and tie. That can work. It can work. Cocoa farmers, stop crying about the 150 because I know a lot of value you used to get it.
Okay, Culture man.
Stop crying about the 150. Let me cry for the price of the produce.
Okay, Culture man, we heard you.
Cry for the and I need it again, Mr. Deacon Mitchell. I want you to merge the cocoa board now because I did not choose the former Prime Minister, Dr. Kid Mitchell. I need the Prime Minister now to look up on the farmers and them. Otherwise, the next 5 years to come, I would not say it. Have a good day, cocoa farmers.
Culture man, culture. All right, folks. That was the cry of a cocoa farmer, my good friend Culture man. Good morning to the folks up at Carrier and Upper St. John and St. Andrew. I mean, you know, things will get better with time. Give the time some time, okay? I want to say before I take the commercial break, good morning to Teacher Mary, the critical eye out there in St. David. How you doing? Hope all is well, the critical eye. Folks, we take a commercial break. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Sunday, February 26th, it's Savior's Day with the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan. His subject, the War of Armageddon has begun.
The Great War has begun. And foreign wars and the plagues that are hitting America and the world is destroying the American economy.
Sunday, February 26th, live in the Wintrust Arena. Doors open at noon. Get your tickets now at all Ticketmaster outlets and get all the details at noi.org.
We're back! Grenada's Wester Hall White Jack Workboat Regatta 2023, Saturday 25th and Sunday 26th February. 2 days of hard racing and fun fetting on Grandad's Beach. It's We Regatta with Wester Hall Rums, sponsored by Wester Hall White Jack Rum, Grenada Tourism Authority, NLA Blast, Carib, the official Regatta Bear, Budget Marine, SIFH Group, Glenelg Natural Spring Water, the Regatta Water, McIntyre Brothers and Yamaha, Camper and Nicholson Marinas, Brighton and Miners with Campari and Smirnoff Vodka, Ramdani's True Value and Harris Spain, Coca-Cola Grenada, Flow, West Hall White Jack, Workboat Regatta, 25th and 26th February, Grandad's Beach, we rum, we regatta, be there.
Delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven Products, Bibbin Diapers, New Bright Laundry Detergent, Allegra Pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
Last week on Our Climate Reality.
Climate change is in fact a real phenomenon, and it is already occurring, and we are already beginning to feel the impacts in our region. And those impacts are not just restricted to the physical impacts, more rain, hotter, but it then impacts our quality of life and how we are able to, to really live on a day-to-day basis. And that's the significance of climate change.
We have to understand what our current climate pattern is, and then try to understand how that pattern might change in the future. And of course, the changing climate pattern will force us to shift our lifestyles, or could force us to shift our lifestyles. But let's also remember not just to keep it in a human-centric viewpoint. There's a whole biosphere out there that's going to be impacted. Coral reefs, marine ecosystems, agriculture, chickens, poultry farmers, and most of it is going to have an economic impact.
Join us this Wednesday at 8 p.m. as our panel discuss the opportunities and co-benefits for reducing greenhouse gas emissions. All Climate Reality, GBN Television Channel 7 and 11, K105 FM, and all our social media platforms.
All right, good morning. Welcome back to the conversation this morning. Quickly, let's look at what's happening on our WhatsApp platform. Good morning, all things Bradford. Love it. Hope I will be able to patronize next time around. The blessed day. Well, blessed day to you too. That's the difference with the WhatsApp and the Facebook platforms. I can't really see. Yeah. All right. I can't really see who's sending it, but nonetheless, someone sent a conversation there by Dr. Guido Marcel, where he was talking about breadfruit. All right. Someone says, good morning, GBN. Have a great day to you, my friend. Good morning to you likewise. Okay, someone says to me, Innocent, I made breadfruit pudding just to experience the taste. It went down good. I can live on breadfruit, roast corn with coconut water. That is you, I must get meat. You could live on breadfruit and roast corn. I must get meat. You have to meet me on the half, as Fat Man George would say. 18 minutes on to 18 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Alistair Warwood Sr. says, recipes come about by experimentation. Breadfruit pie baked with sausage and cheese is wonderful. Woo. You have me salivating here, Papi. Stop talking about food like this. Right. Coyland Nash. Good morning, Grenada. Good morning, Coyland. We have a caller. Good morning, caller. Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yes, sir. I am. What I'm here to say, it is very interesting to that you bring on this program this morning with breadfruit. I have a little history here of how it reaches Grenada.
How what?
How breadfruit reaches Grenada.
Oh, it reached Grenada.
Or the Caribbean, yeah.
With Captain Bligh?
Yeah, boy, you know. The breadfruit came here by a boat called the Bounty Mutiny, is that right? Yeah, the Bounty Mutiny led by Captain Bligh.
Yeah. You think
that boat was carrying not only breadfruit, you know. That boat was carrying pigs, yams, tanya, and of course breadfruit.
Right.
And coming to the Caribbean with it, it was breadfruit plant, sorry. The plant it was coming here with. Well, blessed was that day breads.
Some folks saying differently though.
Yeah?
Some folks are saying differently.
You mean the fruit?
Yeah, some saying why is breadfruit they come with, why weren't apples?
Oh, but thanks. Anyhow, how that plant reached here, I tell you, it was a blessed day that happened.
Okay.
But unfortunately, Captain Bligh was thrown out of the boat, you remember? That was just a brief history.
Yeah.
It was very, very good.
All right.
I mean, for people who don't know, I mean, this is very, very interesting for you this morning.
All right, thank you very much. Yeah. Have a good one. 16 minutes on to 8 o'clock. Folks, what are your thoughts on the U.S., the agricultural department lifting the ban so that we can once again export our mangoes to the U.S.? What are your thoughts on that? Quickly, my TV producer is going to run that clip. We'll look at it, listen to it, and then we'll have the conversation. While he's looking at the clip, while he's locating the clip, let's take this call. Good morning, caller.
Yes, Mr. Innocent, good morning.
Good morning, welcome.
And this advertisement about the concert in April, it is amazing that all the churches could come together to sponsor or to hold or to encourage and bring this concert. And God has been calling this nation for over 3 years, or maybe more, about 5 years now, calling Grenada to have a national day of repentance and prayer. And none of the churches coming together to have it. Not one of them will come together to have this day of national repentance and prayer. But they could muster themselves together to get a concert. Is it because of the money? I would really like to know. Because God is asking for Grenada to turn to Him, to repent, and to have a day of prayer and repentance for the sake of the nation, for the sake of our youth, our children. And we're not taking no heed.
Okay, caller, let me ask you a question, right? How difficult would it be for you to initiate that process of organizing the day of prayer.
No. I am not a pastor.
Okay.
I have no affiliation in this situation. This is the pastors, those people who know sponsoring because they're all the church's name calling. They are the leaders. They are the ones that say God called them to pastor. God called them to win souls. Where are the souls?
Okay.
People dying and perishing and going to hell.
Okay.
But they will not have that day of repentance. That's what God is calling for. And I'm not the only person I've been saying, I have heard many people saying that that is what God is saying. In different radio stations, you have people calling and saying this to them.
Okay.
They're not saying it. Because the people God using to ask for that, they don't appreciate them. They consider them as nobody.
Okay.
But they're not saying heed to God.
I will talk with my good friends, Pastor Stanford Simon and them, and he's a very, very active gentleman, and see what he could do.
Yeah, King Douglas and all these pastors and Fletcher, the one in talk about in Western Hall.
I could see Pastor Laurie and them, good fellas, they could,
calling for their national prayer.
As a matter of fact, on Friday and Saturday, Pastor Laurie and his church in Western Hall, they had a good deliverance service, and
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, so all right, well,
they need to have this day of national celebration. You have a pastor or gentleman in Ministry of Health. His ministry has to do with the churches. Talk to them and sit down with him and let them organize this thing so God could deliver this nation.
All right, okay. We'll see how we could handle that, right?
All right, sir. Thank you.
Have a lovely day, okay?
You too.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
All right, good. All right, that's just the way the cookie crumbles. Folks, it's now 12 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That's the time. I think my TV guy is ready for that with that clip as it relates to the exportation of mangoes to the U.S. So let's see if he's ready, and if he's ready, we'll take it and we'll listen to your comments on that.
Good news for Grenada's agro-industry. The United States Department of Agriculture's Animal and Plant Health Inspection Service, APHIS, is authorizing the importation of fresh mango fruit from Grenada into the United States. According to the APHIS official website, the decision is effective immediately. Farmers' representative in the Senate, Roderick St. Clair, welcomed the news, saying Grenada had been previously banned about 20 years ago from exporting fresh fruit due to pest concerns. However, APHIS conducted a pest risk analysis, which determined that applying one or more phytosanitary measures will be enough to mitigate the risk of introducing or spreading plant pests or noxious weeds, allowing for the resumption of export from Grenada to the U.S.
Since 1999, thereabout, 2000.
Good. So we already heard the gist of that matter in the news. So quickly, what are your thoughts on that? Is that a good thing for us? Are we going to send all our mangoes out and we here are going to have a shortage of mangoes? There are some folks, when mango is in season, they turn down the pot, period. Good morning, caller. Okay, we lost that call. 435-2041. That's the number to call to get in on the conversation this morning. We'd love to hear from you. Let's hear what your thoughts are. Let's go back to the telephone line. Good morning. Hi, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program, sir.
Yes, sir. A few years back,
You've got something too loud in the background.
No, it's only. Oh, sorry. Let me turn on the TV a little. Yes, Mr. Innocent.
Good morning.
It's better for you or for the people, the population?
It's better for all of us.
Yeah. So, if I were to comment on the reimportation of the mangoes into America, I feel that every one of us will become millionaires. Because I show you about 50 trees. Mangoes are left to rot in Grenada. And a few years I was saying that. And this is what we have to do. We have the mangoes were rotted in Grenada throughout. In fact, instead of we set about manufacture things with them, make them into mango nectars as we used to do. We allow them to spoil. Anyhow, that's one part. I want to comment a little on this lady that always speak about God. God is true, God is real. But we don't know what form the concept of what you talk about
yes, the
with the different organization, church organization. So I don't see how you could comment or how she could comment on what is likely to take place, except she know the contents of the what the churches would do. Maybe they might have in view to do the same thing that she has said. I don't know. Or she can help plan it.
Okay.
This is what she has to do, help plan it, because she has good ideas.
Right.
Isn't that so?
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Have a good one. And hello, caller, you gone? Yeah, he gone. He says somebody called him Ola. Pass him driving in town the last time. He driving like an old man in shoot, you know. And don't call me back, all right? Folks, it's 8 minutes on to 8 o'clock. That is the time. Let's take another call. Good morning, caller. Caller, you need to turn the radio or the television down.
Yeah, good morning.
Yeah, morning. You need to turn down the volume.
Yeah, the volume is turned down.
Okay, talk to me.
Yes, sir. How are you, sir?
I am alive and thankful. How about you?
I'm all right for the time being.
Good.
With a little bit of cool.
Okay, that's life.
Right. No, I think it's a step in the right direction for Grenada with the banana, with the mango being able to be exported again.
Okay.
But I hope that the government take the advantage of it. In that you have government have a lot of stray lands or empty lands. See how we could cultivate some of these lands into banana and not
into banana.
Into cocoa. Into
You're mixing me
mango.
up,
Mango, yeah.
Yeah, mango.
Yeah. See how we could cultivate some of these lands into mango. So we could have export crop again. So it's left now to the Ministry of Agriculture and farmers that have lands to concentrate on cultivating the lands again.
Quickly, do you have any background knowledge on agriculture and farming and things like that?
I will say a fair amount.
Okay, so
I was an extension officer at the Grenada Cocoa Association. I was also one of the first students that went to the Maryborough Farm School.
Okay.
So I think I have a little bit of agriculture.
Right. Well, let me ask you this. While the floodgate has been open for mangoes now, but Grenada has a diversified sector as it relates to fruits and vegetables. What other crops you think that we can capitalize on? Because I would hate to see, because there's a market or a niche that just opened for mangoes, everybody cut down everything else and plant mangoes. What sort of other crops you think that can be planted that when we're sending out a mixture of fruits and vegetables?
I don't think we have to cut down any crop to put in any crop. That's why I said that we have a lot of lands abandoned.
Okay.
And we could look at the abandoned lands and the areas and put some of it under mango cultivation.
Okay.
We don't have to cut down any crop.
Okay, but
we don't have to
besides
do like what was done in Belvedere.
Right. So, but besides mangoes, what other fruits do you think we can do?
Well, right now there is still more room for soursop. Right.
Okay.
I could remember a few years ago, I planted in the Black Bay Estate over 400 soursop plant.
Okay.
And all is in bush now.
Why?
Because the owners is not taking care of it, and the whole estate is almost abandoned. I've spoken to the government on that already.
Okay.
We have lands that with produce in it and just abandoned.
My good friend, Minister Adrian Thomas, I know he's a very, very, very staunch agriculture supporter, and I think all these things, with a little time, they will be looked at.
Well, I hope it, because I spoke to him also too.
Yeah,
so I hope that will be looked at. We have enough lands available in Grenada now to put in whatever crop instead of cutting or looking for land. There is area.
Okay.
We have Douglaston Estate on the western side, over 600 acres. We have the Black Bay Estate 92 acres. We have Bocage Estate, over 200 acres.
Wow.
So we have lands available.
All right, point taken, caller. Thank you very much, yeah?
Good.
All right, have a good one. Quickly, time is running out on us. 4 minutes away from 8 o'clock. And Marilyn Gordon says, best news about the mango coming to America. I'll buy it at any price. Good initiative. Okay. Coyland Nash says, Grenada have real breadfruit. The amount I eat already. Haha. Okay. Pele Dabo, Oswald Pele Dabo, good morning to you, sir. Happy Thanksgiving. He says the Bounty was the name of the ship. There was a mutiny on the Bounty during the voyage. There is a movie, Mutiny on the Bounty, which told the story. Okay. Okay, right. Good. Folks, we need to take our final commercial break. Let's do that quickly, and then we'll come back with a very brief wrap. We'll be back after these messages. Don't you go anywhere.
Grill Master. Now available. Grill Master Takeaway. Healthy choices of dinner is available every day from 5 p.m. A solution to end your day with healthy, hot meals. Are you tired of fried, greasy foods, junk food, high-calorie food before bed, leading to a bad night and sleep? Grill Master brings the solution for you by offering customized, hot, fresh, healthy grilled food sustainable for after workout, your keto diet, and those who love greens. Let your last meal be your next day fresh start. Grill Master is second to none. Advance your order for pickup or delivery at 439-3737 or our WhatsApp number at 1-473-423-3737. Grill Master, second to none.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
Shop at Southern Electrical for all your security camera needs. We offer a wide variety of cameras such as solar cameras with or without lights, 4G cameras, Wi-Fi and PoE kits, 4, 8, and 16 channel, replacement cameras for PoE, standalone Wi-Fi cameras, floodlights with cameras, watch cameras, pen cameras, and much more. We are located at Dusty Highway in Grandin, St. George. Let us help you with your security needs. Southern Electrical, best value, expert advice, quality products.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Viewers and listeners, unfortunately we've exhausted the time. The time has really elapsed on us quickly this morning. Quickly, before we run out, Roosevelt Lambert says, good morning. I suggest the ministry should help farmers get rid of the black stuff on the mango, soursop, guava, and all fruit trees to have a viable market. That sounds good. Money Williams, I don't eat mangoes, but if they can share it around the globe, that's fine with me, because the Caribbean people in New York always in the vegetable stores arguing for mangoes. All right. Lydia Cameron, sauersup would be a good one to export also. Well, we do export sauersup when the farmers can find it, when the folks involved in the business of pretty larceny, when those that they live back, all right, the farmers usually get it. All right, Alison Cox Osplan says, I would like our mangoes to come to Sweden too. I usually get mangoes here that comes from Brazil. I hope that Grenada is able to meet quality demand for export. All right, okay. All right, finally, Pele Dabo says, Matthew chapter 6, verses 5 to 6. And when you pray, do not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray standing in the synagogues and on the street corners to be seen by others. Truly I tell you, they have received their reward in full. But when you pray, go into your room, close the door, and pray to your Father who is unseen. Then your Father who sees what is done in secret will reward you. Pastor Pili Dabog. Folks, unfortunately, we've got to wrap it up here this morning. All those of you who participated one way or the other in the program, thank you very much for your participation. And should the good Lord spare our lives, we look forward to another one tomorrow. Until then, bye for now. We've got to join the BBC. Bye.